Gil took out his loo. Yep, they're roughed up quite good. I looked through the magnifying lens and saw burn marks splayed across the boy's chin. A deep gash cuts across the lip of the oldest boy. They probably aren't cuts at all, but lightning flowers or Lichtenberg figures named after the German physicist who in 1777 studied the patterns high voltage static electricity made. When a current of lightning passes through the skin, capillaries rupture and bloom into firm-like burns underneath. Like tributaries, they mark the flow of the stream, a heart-stopping volt of electricity. How did you say they were killed? Gil asked. They were getting the horses in from the storm when they were struck by lightning. They were all killed instantly, and the barn burnt to the ground. Gil left me to look at the Sleeping Beauties. And I should say here, Sleeping Beauties is the name of basically a coffee table book that is reproductions of post-mortem memento mori photos. And so it's just a bunch of antique memory photographs of dead people. It's really creepy. As I turned the pages, I noticed each photo had something that caught my eye, and that, like the burned faces of my great uncles, made me uneasy. In Mother Holds Her Daughter with Rigor Mortis While Father Mourns, 1846, it was the awkward, rigidly straight arms of the dead girl. In Child Dead from Dehydration Due to Intestinal Disease, 1854, it was the child's sunken cheeks, contrasted with her bulbous skeletal head. In Charlie, A Boy Playing with His Toys, 1850, it was the deceased's half-open eyes, gazing longingly at the wagon he'll never play with again. French theorist Roland Barthes has a word for details like this: punctum. Like the period under an exclamation point, a sharp needle prick, the hole an arrow makes, or the spot where lightning strikes, punctum is a detail that attracts or distresses the viewer. The punctum can arouse sympathy or a flash of insight. Barthes explains in Camera Lucida, however lightning-like it may be, the punctum has a power of expansion. This power is often metonymic. For Barthes, photographs could transcend themselves, becoming no longer the medium, the stand-in representing reality, but reality itself. He asks, is this not the sole proof of its art? Like reference to Madonna and Child, the mothers in these antique postmortem photographs cradle their dead children. But unlike Da Vinci or Raphael Madonnas with beatific expressions, these mothers are stoic. In the daguerreotype of Mother Holding Her Dead Child, 1855, the woman meets the gaze of the camera straight on, jaw set firm, as if her stony countenance could prevent an emotional breakdown. Erin's pictures with Aidan are different. In the photo that haunts me the most, Erin holds Aidan in an upright position, sitting on her lap facing her, so his back is turned to the camera. For a minute, it's easy to believe he's a normal infant because the tubes that spider across his face, enter his rosebud mouth, and snake down his tiny nose aren't in sight. The punctum is Erin's eyes. They are full of tears. The pain in her red-rimmed eyes seemed so private that I had gasped the first time I saw it. What? Erin had asked. In that moment, I felt like I crossed a boundary, overstepped a line of decency. This is I hadn't known what to say. It feels, then I managed to tell her, somehow this picture snatches your emotions. Don't you feel like this photo violates your privacy? That was the day, Erin said, we took Aidan off life support. I love that picture because I loved the back of his little head and wanted a picture of it. Erin is deeply religious. I realize that gives her strength. She is certain Aidan is in heaven waiting for the rest of the family to join him. I'm awed by her nonchalance. She's had several years to process this grief, but even so, I'm struck by her unselflessness. She's given the viewer a gift, raw emotion. This snapshot is the antithesis of a Kodak moment. It documents not a birthday party or wedding, the sort of event that we normally want to relive in memory, but a point in time no one would ever want to go through once, let alone again in memory. This photo of Aaron's face contorted in sorrow allows viewers to experience, at a deeply personal level, a horror not their own. Kafka said, "We photograph things in order to drive them out of our minds." If he is right, postmortem photographs are a way of shelving grief so we don't have to confront it again and again. Having trapped the gruesome face of death, relegated it to a closed photo album, pain fades. The emulsion of chemicals on light-sensitive paper remembers, so we don't have to.